Nights at... Fuck. 5 Nights at Fuckface. No, that's not the name either. 5 Nights at fucking Fuckface. Okay, my writing partner for the show is saying speed this up. 5 Nights at Freddy's. It's a bad game, but still fucking played it. Okay, I know what you're all thinking. How dare I pick on 5 Nights at Freddy's? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to face facts. This game and the franchise behind it completely sucks. I hate everything about it. The story, the gameplay, the fact that it hasn't even been a year and they're already making a third one, the fact that it only runs in a very small window, the stupid fucking My Little Pony animatronics that have invaded that DeviantArt group that I all over, the 10 million Let's Plays of it, and the fact that it's invaded the Gmod Steam Workshop. I can't look at a single page on that thing without seeing something for this game. People actually fucking like this thing? 5 Nights at Freddy's, or as I like to call it, 5 Nights at Fuck you. Okay, hold on, I'm not done venting. I am also extremely pissed that this game warranted 2 sequels. I'm also extremely pissed that the guy who made it went through the trouble of making 2 sequels. And the fact that the second one was released early, and yet everyone still frickin' loved it. I held out on playing this game until October, and by then I was tired of it. Mainly because no one would shut up. So finally, I played the fucking thing, and I couldn't believe my eyes. This is the game that has people throwing up their keyboards in fright. This is the game that invaded the Gary's Mod Workshop and Let's Play channels everywhere. Will you people just play anything now? This isn't horror, it's jump scares. I don't consider jump scares horror. You know what this is? It's YouTube fodder. Games that get their success off of people on YouTube. I'm looking at you, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, and Markiplier. I'm the opposing force trying to push people away. I'm taking a stand. Vive la resistance. I'm not gonna go over the campaign of this game because you literally just sit there in a chair. However, I am going to pick on pretty much every single aspect of this thing's gameplay. Why the fuck does everything I do use up power? Keeping a door closed uses up frickin' power. You turn on the lights, well, that makes sense, but it uses up frickin' power. Shouldn't all this crap be plugged into the city's electric grid? The stupid animatronics got no problem moving around, and I bet they use up a ton of power. Also, I'm pretty sure they need to be plugged in. You just have all of them on really long extension cords. I'm pretty sure they don't run on internal power, and you're gonna need a really long extension cord. And what's the story behind the gold animatronic bear? You seriously telling me that a Chuck E. Cheese knockoff can afford a gold-plated animatronic bear? Who, bear in mind, has the power to crash my game? Now, I looked this up on the wiki. It might be a figment of the main character's imagination, but I don't believe that. I bet someone sold their house so they could afford this damn thing. Maybe they gave him Employee of the Month. And there's something I want to know which is never explained. Why does the main character bother to stay at this job after the first night? These things are literally out to kill you, and you're gonna work here for 5 nights? You're getting paid minimum wage to fight off animatronics without fighting them. I'm pretty sure you can sue these guys. Not that you can afford a lawyer because you're getting paid minimum wage. Oh yeah, and then there's the so-called bite of 86, where apparently one of these things bit off a kid's frontal lobe. And they weren't closed after that. Why? There are about 10 million places here that you could sue, and nobody sued. Okay, I'm sorry, I just realized how ridiculous this is. Did nobody take a step back and think for one goddamn second about this game? Or think maybe, just maybe, despite the fact that everyone else is playing it, it's still shit? So let's talk about the fox for a second. Actually, let's talk about the animatronics in general. Starting with the fox. Are you seriously telling me that a pizza place for kids can afford animatronics that has legs that move that freaking quickly? He is booking it down that hallway. That thing is the Usain Bolt of animatronics. He's gonna run in the Olympics against actual Kenyans, but then he'll be deported back to Kenya. He's that fucking fast. And why do all of these animatronics have facial recognition? How much did these things cost, actually? Run as fast as Kenyans, have facial recognitions, and enough strength to maul their employees. And you say the reason I can't destroy these is because it would have an effect on the hearts and minds of children who go here often? I don't think that's the real reason. I think it's because each of them costs a frickin' mint. I was unaware that we were working with military-grade hardware here. You can reprogram them, give them guns, and send them to Iraq. Then they'll make a game called Five Nights in a Foxhole, where you're a soldier and you have to sit next to the frickin' thing. Shit, I shouldn't give the developers ideas. No, don't make that game! Another thing that drives me nuts. Every time you die, they feel obliged to scream in your face, like they're upstage having a conversation like,
"Hey guys, I got a very funny idea. Let's go over to the security office and yell in his face. Beep."
And then they actually go and do that. And whenever they do, it sounds like that dude from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure who hits people with a steamroller.
Because apparently they've been playing a lot of that video game.
Seriously, they just come in and they go... And then for some reason they're obliged to stuff you into an animatronic suit. Because naturally, the animatronics can't recognize one of the place's employees. By the way, apparently the suit is full of corrosive acid, which can kill you. As if we didn't have enough things to sue this place over. I'm sorry, but what happened to all that facial recognition bullshit? You seriously telling me you can't differentiate a human face and an animatronic exoskeleton? What is fleshy? What is made of metal? Don't you put in a system that allows them to recognize their own exoskeleton? They're constantly hinting that they're hurting for money, but you managed to afford these goddamn things. They said, and I quote, "It was cheaper to hire a night guard than it was to hire a mechanic." Did you blow your entire budget on the animatronics? Or did most of the budget just go to the gold-plated one? Now that I think about it, why do you even need a night guard? I think the animatronics are more than capable of defending themselves. Maybe that's why they're trying to take out the night guard.
Alright, listen up, guys. The manager thinks that we are incapable of defending this place, so we're going to kill the night guard. Beep.
Boy, this is getting harder to do. Honestly, who would try to rob a Chuck E. Cheese knockoff? Are there actually robbers out there that are so desperate that they are going to rob this place? Okay, apparently one guy was. Or are you just there to keep the animatronics from leaving and wreaking havoc on the city? Because that's not working out either. Because more often than not, you're hiding from them. Now, let's talk about this dude who calls you on the phone. This guy's up at 12 at night actually sending you a phone call. Actually, he's telling you how to do your job. Why was I not told how to do my job when I signed on for this goddamn position? Are you seriously saying that one of your formal employees has to tell me how to do my job? Who's running this place? Are they still alive? Can we go find them? Okay. We're gonna go find them. Okay, we couldn't find them. I'm sorry, but why will people not realize that this game is just horrible? The sooner it dies, the sooner I'm gonna be happy. I didn't play through this entire game, but I still played it. And I regret every single moment of it. I could only play up to the third night, because after that I had lost my patience with it. I didn't even bother to buy the sequel, and I will not buy the third game. Because obviously, Scott Cawthorne has made this series his life. It takes a longer amount of time for them to make a Flash game, and this guy's already made 2 in less than a year. Or at least a good Flash game. Five Nights at Fuck This Game! Besides, all Chuck E. Cheese is mediocre games and subpar pizza.